Welcome to Jackie's Arts, and today we're working on something I actually started yesterday. Let me show you. I had this great big old yard ornament, and it actually was ugly and stained. I painted it all white. I went and found this stick in the desert. Love this stick because of the twisty. Painted that all white. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this as a sun catcher holder. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this stick. I'm going to use a sponge, and I'm just going to make little areas where it makes it look like bark on the stick. I'm going to do it with the ornament too and start decorating a little bit of it. So I'm using acrylic paints. And right here, I put black in here. I'm going to actually start with that. Actually, give me a second because I'm working on a littler table than usual today. So I'm going to move some stuff over. Okay, here we go. Put some white in here because I want it more of a gray color and not so much black. Now I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to take some of this, which is called the pavement color, and I'm going to bring some white over to it. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, I like that. That's a good color. Now I'm going to take some of this and add it to the black because I actually want a little bit darker gray too. I want two different color grays. So, take a little bit more, mix it in there. Okay, that basically does it. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my paintbrush first. And I just want to see if this will give me some of the look I'm looking for. You know what? On here, I like how the paintbrush is giving it a different texture. Yeah, see, I like that a lot. I don't want a lot. I don't want to take away a lot of the light. I'm just adding it sporadically in different locations. Accent some of the knots. There we go. Yeah, two different color grays. Oh yeah. Basically getting the look I want. I just want it to look like a little bit of bark up on here. Not a lot. Like I said, don't want to take away a lot of the white. You just want to give it an accent. I didn't mean to do that. If you notice, my stick moved. I'm waiting for it to actually dry. I have glue in there and stuff in the hole, and I have it to where I'm trying to get it to dry straight. So, when I was painting, it just moved a little bit. So, actually, we might have to pause this because I'm going to have to wait for that to dry before we can finish. Okay, thank you for holding. We're back now. Sorry about that. Alright. Let me fix my camera a little bit. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this. While that's drying up here, we're going to work on this. Now in here, like I said, we're using a sponge. I actually want the sponge dipped in two different colors. And then I'm just going to casually go around and just tap, 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 tap. Just like that to give it the gray-black color that I'm looking for. Just like this. And then this is going to give you the different design you want. And just go around different areas. You know, leave some white. It'll give you different accent looks. I usually turn my art projects. It makes them a little easier. And don't make it look bunchy. because you don't want it to like look bunchy or anything. You want it to look like you're purposely putting it in two different areas. Two different colors. You'll have to excuse my cat. Nobody's paying attention to him and he's a little upset. Yeah, he's being a bad boy because I haven't played with him. Oops, paintbrush is stuck. And then you just keep going. Like I said, just keep taking that sponge and you just keep going into different areas. You move it all around. Make sure you're always loaded with good paint. When it's really, really loaded with paint, I tap lightly because I don't want it to make a great big old blob. When the paint starts to thin a little bit on the sponge, that's when I get a little bit harder and start moving it around. Okay, and there we go. Okay, and then turn it. We should have one corner left, which is good because I'm actually running out of paint. There we go. So get it turned around, pick up the rest of my paint, start going around. And something I noticed is I'm going to add a little bit more white because I'm getting a little bit too much of the just all gray color. So I want to add a little bit more white. Get a little bit of the black in here. I still have plenty of the gray color I'm using, so I'm not worried about that. Get the lid back on here. Take my sponge. I want it to be light gray. Throw a little bit of white on there and some black. Throw that up in the white and black. There we go. Yeah, that's putting it back where I'd like it. And then you just keep going all the way around. That color. Get some black, more white. There we go. Yeah. I want to be able to see the difference in the colors. And there we go. That's what you want to do with it. And there you go. There's the ball with the stick. So now I'm going to let this dry probably about, I would give it a few hours, about 6 hours. Make sure everything's completely dry. Make sure the stick is in there really good. Then we're going to add the sun catchers to this. And we'll get it all done. And we'll come back and do a part 2 of this video. Thanks. Bye.